and I work in the Media Relations Office for the Mesa Police Department. So just giving you an update on what occurred here behind me to my right. This morning at around 9:20 a.m., we received a 911 call, which initially came out as somebody who was threatening to commit suicide. Our caller on the call that called 911 basically said that a family member was acting erratically, was possibly intoxicated, fighting, and then she heard what she thought was a gunshot round go off. She then immediately called 911 and removed herself from the apartment. Officers arrived about 4 minutes later and spoke with her, got an initial story, and her last known location of him was that he was in the bathroom, which led her to think that he had possibly tried to commit suicide. Officers set up on the house, and once they began talking, trying to ascertain if that person was in the bathroom or not there or in the house, we started getting some communication from him inside the house. Lots of yelling, lots of making threats that he was going to harm himself, and things like that. We set up officers all around the perimeter and got our negotiators out here to begin speaking with the suspect to try to have him come out peacefully. That went on for well over an hour. The suspect would, or the male I should say, he would come out, say something, yell, scream, let us know that he wanted to commit suicide, and then he would go back in the house. That continued for well over an hour. During that time, when he did present himself at the doorway, one of our officers fired a pepper ball gun above the door, so striking above the door, hoping to have the saturation of the pepper spray land on him and hopefully cause him to comply and then to come outside. That did not work. About an hour and a half into this thing, our officers were still communicating with him through the door when they heard what they felt were gunshots coming from the apartment, through the window and in their direction. When that occurred, they were approximately 50 or 60 feet away from the front door behind one of our patrol cars. One of the officers then fired focus fire, which is he shot 4 rounds in the down below the door to the right, not where the window is, not in the doorway, anything like that. That focus fire was deployed to allow our officers to pause for a second, reassess the situation, and then get back to a safer location, the ones that were right in front of the apartment. Maybe a minute after that, the male then presented himself at the doorway. Again, he stepped out a little farther this time, and we deployed non-lethal rounds, 40 millimeter rounds at him, which are large rubber balls. We also deployed beanbag at him, and he went down onto the ground in front of the apartment. As that was going on, the Gilbert SWAT team was literally driving up, and they drove up to where he was, gave him some further commands. I believe they might have fired one more 40 millimeter round at him, and then took him into custody. We brought him back. We got him medical attention, and he was not injured. He was unharmed. Nothing that required hospitalization, and he has been taken down to our jail where our East Valley CERT investigators will talk to him. Because our officers did fire rounds in a focus fire pattern, this is the East Valley CERT case. So Tempe PD is out here on the scene now, and they will be the investigating agency moving forward.